Hello, my name is Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the Schrade Tough tool. This is an older design that is still made in different variations. We have a look at the current version. It comes in a traditional regular box from Schrade. We have there some more information. Of course, the item is nowadays made in China. That is how that is. Inside the tool is in that part, the plastic here. We have the silica gel, we have the tool, the sheet and the manual. First we're gonna look at the manual. The manual is not that much, but it covers it really well. So we see there the different tools that it features. The manual is not 100% correct, as we have a scissor in that version here. But it shows you quite good how the different tools are. Also, we don't have a millimeter measurement on number 15 and 14 there. This version is a black version and not just a stainless steel version, a matte version. So the manual is pretty good. We have a tough sheet, just a Velcro, but that works. On the back side we have a clip. Quite a good tension polymer, it's riveted in, so it should last. And then we have a belt loop on it as well. That will fit relative wide belts over 1.5 inches minimum. So really nice. The clip is riveted in, so if you would take out that rivet, you can take the whole thing out. We have a little bit of the usual fraying and some strings. I always cut them a bit shorter and then use a lighter and just melt it so that it won't fray anymore. Inside it's just the usual thing. The item fit really well in the sheet, so as you push it in, makes a really nice compact carry. Easy to use, easy to storage. There is no rivet or a lock, a button, anything. It's just Velcro, so that's gonna wear out if you open and close it over a longer time. That is how that is. Then to the tool itself. The item is relatively big and bulky. That is by design. The Tough tool, I remember as that was new quite many years ago. That had a different approach than, say, a Leatherman or a Gerber or a Victorinox multi-tool. They have a different design, but I always liked it because it gives you quite nice rounded off handles, so there is not much sharp corners as you actually use it, and it's pretty simple and straightforward to use. You even have a lanyard hole there too if you need that, if you work over water or somewhere where you could drop the tool and could not retrieve it anymore. So to open it up, we have the usual flip over design. Nothing fancy. It's relatively easy to be opened and to close. I added a bit oil from the factory. It's completely dry. We have torque screws on the axis there, so you could even adjust it a bit. For the pliers, we have a nice combination of a needle nose, rather pointy, pliers and more of a heavy duty part, say from here to here, a bit more thicker. So it starts with a more conical part, and then it gets thicker, and then of course we have the usual rather coarse part here that we can use, and then the usual wire cutter, in this case just part of the plier head, so it's not replaceable, it's not a insert that you can screw off, it's just a part of the plier. So if you have a lot of wire to cut, you should use a different plier, maybe with replaceable inserts, because that will dull over time, of course, too, if you use it too much there, and it's not replaceable. It's the main part of the plier there, but all in all really well. Then we have the handle, quite a wide apart handle. On one side it's open with tools, so as you use it, I would suggest using the rounded off part in your hand like this, so you have the open part away from the hand. That is easier to use, and you get quite a good grip. Like this it's less comfortable, of course, but like this it's really nice, easy to use on the plier and all the tools. Then we have quite a lot of tools. We see firsthand on each side one tool is a bit bigger than the others, is standing out here, and that is basically for unlock the tool. We have locking tools, not all of them, but some are. As we say we start with this side. I'm gonna fold that a bit over. As we have on this side the scissors that I did mention, that is not in the manual. As we fold that out, we see that is not gonna lock, but we have a pretty good scissor, and it's actually sharp. I also put a bit oil on it, but that part you can simply push back into the handle. Then we have the next part, and sometimes it's a bit uneasy to open up. Say the saw blade, you first take the scissor a bit out, and then you can use the nail nick to open the next part here, and that one gonna lock. As we open it up, it's gonna lock here, so you have a saw blade that is locked pretty good. It has of course a bit play, that is usual with such a simple lock design, but then we have that part here that sticks out, where you actually press it in, and you see as I press it in, the whole locking part there gets bended upwards, and then you can easily put the saw blade back in as it is unlocking. So all in all, really nice with that system. Easy to use, easy to remember. We have some other tools, as it was in the manual, of course, screwdrivers in different sizes. We have a wire stripper there. We have blade, a non-locking blade version with that big part that I did show for unlocking. Now this part was not sharpened. I did sharpen that up. We have basically parts serrated and then a sheep foot blade, as they did grind the blade and then they coated it black with epoxy. They did not sharpen that part there, so you need to do that yourself. And it's not locking because that is the actual part for unlock it. So that is how that is on that side. On the other side, again, we have that locking part here. Maybe we start with this part here. We have a file on the flat side, on the small side, and the other flat side too. On top it is smooth. The part here is to get it out, so you can relatively easy get it out. And then we have actually a live blade. I did also resharpen that blade. It was sharpened pretty well from the factory, but I wanted to have a bit more. This part gonna lock. We see here the nail nick, and now it's locked there. So we have to press on the big part here to simply unlock it and then put it back in. Then we have this tool for whatever that would be. You can check that out on the manual. That would be number 9. That is a awl. Okay, they use that as a awl. This part is also not locking, but yeah, not sharp in that regard there. Maybe you could sharpen that up a bit too. Then next part, relative important, the Phillips. That one also gonna lock, so that is relative nice. I did use that today actually, as I set up a camera for the wildlife outside. So really nice. Again, we need to press on that bigger part there to unlock, and then we put it back in. Then small part, non-locking, because it's on the side there, is the can opener. I also did resharpen that a bit because there was a bit of burr on it. Easy to be done. The whole thing is black coated. I would say it's not a nitride or something. They did spray paint something on it. It's not too shiny and not too matte. They put the green schrade print on it. But all in all, really nice made. This kind of tool is on the market for quite some time in different shapes and sizes and colors, of course. Mainly the non-black, the grey stainless steel version, and so far they always worked pretty well, but they are not as well known as a Leatherman or a Gerber brand tools. And I would say if you are interested in tools like that, try it out. That is with a little bit resharpening and oil and flaming off the belt sheet. That is a really good deal, because price wise those items are relative on the economical side. I was surprised how well it is. I did not look at those tools for many years, so I just got that in, and I'm amazed how well it is. I would not carry it too much on the belt because of the size and the weight. For me, it's gonna be a tool that is in the kit, say in a kit that is in a car, ready to go, or if you have a multi-tool, say in the glove compartment by a truck or by a car, that would be a great item for that, because it's a bit bigger and heavier. I would not carry that too much if I would not know that I actually use it or need it on the job, on the work, or whatever you do. There are a bit smaller tools, bit lighter ones that maybe come in more handy for everyday carry and things like that. But other than that, it's for sure a great tool. And Schrade has a pretty good warranty too. They are long time in business, even as they did go bankrupt a while ago, and got taken over by different new owners, but the warranty is still there. So that much about the Schrade Tough tool.